Your thoughts is what controls your reality. So what are you thinking about right now? What is your energetic focus? Like, what are you doing? Are you focused on lack of something? You don't have enough of this? Or are you focused on, I want some of that? Right? It's a game of this or that. You want this or that? And the funny part is that you're sitting here going, I want this over here, but this is going on. This is what keeps happening. Right? This keeps happening. And it's what you don't want. Well, it's because you're focusing on what you don't want. When you recognize you already have what it is that you want. Like everything in the universe has already been created. It's already here. It's the alpha to the omega. So when you look out through your screen, which is your eyes and everything that's outside of you, when you look out, what do you see? Do you see the type of people that you want to be? Or are you with people that are related to how you maybe still are, but it's because of the mirror? And there is a time period where there's a shift going on and you walk between the worlds. And it's like 1 foot in and then pull back and you go back to your old life. And then you go back in a little bit more. And the reason for going like Delulu with crazy affirmations, like day in and day out, or writing, I mean, that's what I did. I just had to go like full crazy almost, because you got to be able to override the program first. And in that process of learning how to override the program, you're just learning how to write new programs. You're learning how to work with what is going on and learning how to shift your thoughts, which then in turn changes your reality. Well, how are you shifting your thoughts? You're doing the daily affirmations all day in and day out. You're doing the breath work. You're doing meditating. You've put yourself on some kind of schedule. Now you're taking care of yourself. First time in your life where you really are like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Because your awareness is expanding and it takes time to do that. Right? It takes time to expand. If you're waking up and you're 45 years old, you had 45 years of hardcore, massive programming. And what, you think it's going to change overnight? No. But you have to put new information into a program. And that is where those affirmations, meditation, breath work, taking care of yourself, loving on yourself. Because right now, it's going to be a hard time for you. Because you're going to be shedding a lot of layers. And each one of those layers, it could be family members, it could be friends, it could be careers, it could be locations. You know, those are some of the big ones. But then there's tiny ones that are on the daily, and those ones go, they're little aha moments, little pieces of clarity. These are like the conversations that you have with yourself. And those conversations with yourself, that is your higher self. So be like open and tuned in which is the purpose of, some of these meditations, visualizations, to calm the mind, to quiet the mind, to then be able to look at circumstances that are surrounding you and then see ways for solutions, right? It seems that the society today is very problem oriented. It's always problem, 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 right? And then they come in finally to do something about it, but they're the ones that created it in the first place. And so the funny part is that I see how the media has pushed things and people believe it. Well, what if we came to a place right now, because we're talking about overriding the systems, overriding programs, and, at some point I had a client ask, how do you know the difference, right? When you're looking at media or whatever it is that they're pushing, whatever narrative it is. Because if it's all hyped up and it's all over the place, I can guarantee you there's some kind of weirdness behind it. And yet at the same time, you really do hope that they are going to be helpful. But I think when maybe they take certain things away, when they bring it back, it's going to be, I don't know. But how to override those programs? Where do you start? So this client asked, where do you start? How do you look at it? Right? Because we've been fed a certain narrative, like all of us, right? The same one since we were born, practically. I mean, why is that even necessary? Other than for it to be a mass program, to keep people in line and also to cause division. And I said, well, what you do is you look at the side that everybody, is supposedly aware of and knows about. And that one, look the opposite. Go look at what the other side is saying about it. So whatever that data is, then you take a look at that. But that is not the truth. Because you've got the controlled opposition that wants to put out a certain story, right? And what we've seen is that there isn't any more of that. They've put it out. There's nothing left. I mean, now it's the daily grind of what's going to happen next. And so really it's about pulling back from both sides. And I would start from the framework of none of this is correct. Even if pieces of it are. So I'm saying this is where you would start. And that piece, start from there. And then you can start to pull pieces, because you'll continue to see that same pattern throughout whatever story it is. And so really what it is this pattern recognition. And that is what differentiates us from the masses. So it's putting those pieces together. But what topic did you want to choose? It really should be going within. And forget about the outside world for a while. Create the world that you want within. And pay no mind to what's going on outside of you. And you say, you're serious? How can you do that? You do it through this override program of mass affirmations, massive journaling, writing, information dumps, and information overloaded added in. Put yourself to a challenge for, 30 days. It's exercise. And you could say it's spiritual. You could say it's mental. It's whatever you want it to be. So, have a beautiful day. Really. Have a beautiful day. If you have any more questions, leave a comment and I will get back with you shortly.